Hello guys and welcome back. So in this section we are going to cover the audio and video embedding in our web page. In the last section we have covered the markups part. So if you have not watched that video, then I'll provide a link down in the description. You can watch it from there. So today what we are going to learn is very simple, which is the audio and video embedding. So what we have to do here, just let us give it a title, say audio and video in HTML. Okay, so whenever we want to use any audio, you just have to use the audio element and give a tab, and inside of this audio element you can use the attribute, which is the src. It works similar to the image attribute, image tag, which we have used earlier. In the in the src attribute, we have to define the path from where we want the audio to embed. So I have a sample audio in my desktop, so I'm going to use that. Okay, the next thing comes is the format of the file. So in audio file format you can use the .mp3 format, and in the video file format you can use .webm, .ogg and .mp4. You just have to take into consideration as which file format is being supported by your browser. The universally supported file format is the .webm. Almost all the modern browsers support that format. So in our case we are going to use .mp3, and also there is a mandatory, or you can say depends on your choice as you want to use or not, attribute, which is the controls attribute. So what it does is it allows us the control over the audio file, as when we want to start, when we want to pause the video. So you can use it like this also, like controls, and also you can just sometimes see that some developers use this value controls inside controls. So what it does is it is going to show us a file in our web page. Let us see. Okay, so here you go, and let me just play it so you can see that it does. Okay, so as you can see that we have successfully embedded an audio file. So now it's time for embedding a video file. So just similar to audio we can use for video. You just have to use a video element and hit tab. Okay, inside of this video let us do something new. You can always do like this, but let us try a new thing here. So we are going to just write here controls, and in this time we are not going to give any value. Inside of this video element we can say source, which is going to define the path from where we want the video. So we are going to say I have a video from my previous sections, which is the tables section, and I am going to use here .webm file format, and here you have to write the video slash. Okay, so if you are using here .mp4, then you have to write here mp4, and if you are using .webm, then you have to write here webm. So it basically tells the browser that which type of file are we going to embed inside of this video file format. So the next thing which we can do here is to set the different controls, which is the first one is the muted, and you can always like do muted and give the value of muted inside muted. So what it does is whenever the page load, it is by default going to be a muted video. The next two attributes which I don't prefer are the autoplay and the loop. So what autoplay is going to do, it is going to play your video automatically whenever the page loads, but sometimes it is annoying to the user, so you have to use that depending on the requirements. And the next one is the loop. So what it does is when the video gets completed, it plays it again and again in a loop, so that can also be annoying, so you have to just consider that. And I think that's all, and let us see what it does to the browser. Okay, so you can see that we haven't set the width and height attribute, so by default it is muted, it is autoplayed, and whenever the video is going to complete, it is, you can see that it has started again. So let us just set its height and width, so we can set it width to 350 pixels and height to also 350 pixels. And this time let us remove this loop and autoplay, and let me just refresh it. So you can see this is for our audio file and this is for our video file, and in this time you can see that it has not started automatically, nor does it going to loop over again. So you can see that the video has now completed and it is not starting again. Okay, so one main thing which you can do along with your video is if you want to add subtitles. So it is out of the scope, but if you want, then you can use the, you can say, track element. So what you have to do is you have to define here what kind of track it is. So we are going to say subtitles, and in the source we have to give the file name. It is basically a .srt or .vtt file, so you can just google it and try on your own. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.